today I'm going to be showing you how you can enter grades for the end of term report on EduPage, and I'm going to walk you through all the steps of how you can add the grades to the report card. So the number one step is obviously you're going to be more comfortable working on a computer, a laptop or a desktop. Worse is on mobile devices. It's very challenging to use this on the mobile device. I'll later make a video for that. But for now, I'm just going to walk you through all the steps. So the first thing to do is open your favorite browser, Firefox, Chrome, anything you like. In my case, I'm using Safari. So let's visit the school's website. So it's www.isk.edu.ak. So once you're on the website, you're on the school's website, right? So on the top right corner, you have the login link, link that's going to take you to the login page. So tap on that link, and it brings you to the login page. Now here you're going to use your EduPage credentials, your EduPage login name and password to log into your account. And the login username is usually the email address that you have specified. So in my case, it's my email address, which is yasser.bart@isk.edu.ak. So I'm going to enter that, and then I'm going to enter my password, and that brings me to the next screen. Now this is the dashboard of EduPage. This is where all the command center and all the controls are. So we're not going to be going anywhere, but instead we're going to go and click on so there are two ways about this. You can either select the course which you teach, or you could just go click on grades. Both options are going to work. So let's try with grades here. So let's click on grades. I just clicked on grades. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to select the course. So when you come to this screen, it's going to show you all the classes, all the subjects that you work with. So in my case, it's showing me grade 10 computer science, grade 11 computer science, grade 10 English, grade 7 ICT, grade 8 ICT, and grade 9 ICT. So I'm going to go to grade 10 computer science, and I'm going to try and enter grades for this. So I'm going to choose grade 10 computer science for now. So, okay, so this is how you're going to get your grading screen. Like, you'll have the names of the students for the course you've selected. In my case, computer science grade 10, and there would be nothing here. It's just going to be blank. So don't worry about that. We're gonna start adding columns. And to start with, we need 3 columns. The first one is going to be for the assessment test, the assessment hour test. Then it's going to be the term, which is out of 20, assessments out of 30, terms out of 20, and then finally the exam, which is out of 50. So you're going to have to add these columns exactly as I'm showing you. So let's begin. Now to start adding a column, we must click on New Assignment /Exam button. So as I do that, I'm presented with this new window where I have to type in the assessment test, right? So for the test, I must enter test exactly as I'm showing you right here. You must enter a test just like the way I've done it here. You can't name it anything else, otherwise it will not appear on the report card. So name it test like I've done it here, T-E-S-T. Come down here, don't have to type, but just click on this drop down and you'll be able to see a lot of categories. So choose the category of assessment here. Okay, we're done with that. Then type as points, leave it as is. Number of points you must change to 30 since our assessment test was out of 30 marks. And the date of the assessment is depending on when your assessment took place. For this one, I'm just going to choose 17th of October 2024. That's when the test took place. And I'm going to click Save. So as you can see now, we've got a brand new column here called Test, and it's out of 30 points. So that's showing. We're going to now, in a similar way, add 2 more columns. The next one's going to be term, and then finally the exam. So let's click on the New Assignment Exam button one more time, and here we're presented with this window. So here we're going to type term now, because term is the 20 marks that are assigned by the teachers. So we're going to type term here, and we're going to choose, instead of assessment, we're going to choose term from this drop-down box. We'll leave points as they are, and number of points is showing as 20, so that's fine too. You don't have to assign a date of assignment because this is not done on a specific date. So just leave this empty. Click Save. And you should have a term column with 20 points. There you go. We have it in green. Alright, then the last one is going to be the exam one. So let's click New Assignment Exam. And here we have exam. So I'm going to type final here. Okay, remember, final, F-I-N-A-L. And for category, you're going to choose exam. Yeah, and points, it's out of 50, so I'm going to type 50 here. The date of the exam could have been 12th, 13th, whenever the exam took place. For this case, I'm just choosing 12th of December 2024, and I'm going to click Save. Now we have 3 columns: test, 30 marks, term 20 points, and final is 50 points. Now all you have to do is assign the marks that were awarded to the children. Let's start with test here. I'm just going to award some marks here to the kids. Okay, so once we're done with test, we can move to term mark, which is out of 20. Now remember, the term mark out of 20 is actually coming from 5 different categories, which includes homework, punctuality, attendance. So this has already been shared on the WhatsApp group, and you can read out of over there that everything's out of 4 marks. So you just have to add it out of 20 as a whole. So you can just do it like, for example, I'm going to add 15 here as a whole for the first candidate. The second one I'm going to add again as a whole for the candidate. So I'm just right. And then we move on to the final exam, which is out of 50. And similarly, I'm going to add the final exam marks here. Alright, so once all my scores have been entered, I'm going to click on the Save Changes button. It's important you click on the Save Changes button because that's what's going to save all your changes to the EduPage cloud. So click on Save Changes. Okay, now it's computed the grade automatically. You didn't have to enter anything else. You just had to enter the scores, and now it's calculated the grades. And now I'm going to just to check if everything's been entered correctly, I'm going to now go on the left side over here where we have home, notifications, web page, class register, education. So I'm going to click on documentation, hover above documentation, and then go to the last option which says pedagogical documentation. So click on the pedagogical documentation and you will be presented with 4 different options. So over here, just to check, let's click on printout, certificate/printouts. This is going to show us our report card. And over here on this screen, I have to select my class, one of the classes whose report, the class which I want to generate the report for. So in this case, it's grade 10, which we just entered together. So let's click on now generate PDF versions of the certificate/printouts. Okay, over here you're presented with two options, end of term and midterm. You must click end of term report here to check the report that you've created. You don't have to do anything here, just click print preview. And then again, remember that we're only doing this to check if the scores that we entered have been correctly appearing or not. So here we go, we've got the scores. And we can see that for now, I just entered computer science. So the test mark is here, the term mark is here, the final is here. The total has been calculated automatically, which is the sum of 25, 18, and 42, and the grade A. Now the comment is already appearing here, which I'm going to show you how it's done, but since I already entered these last time, so they're still showing. So let me still enter one more to show you how it's done. So we're going to click Close. And we're going to go back to documentation and click on pedagogical documentation. Over here, we're going to click on verbal evaluation. That's how you enter comments for the student. So in verbal, okay, so for here, all candidate comments are already typed in, but I'm going to delete one of these. And for this particular student, Zara Hassan, I'm going to enter a comment. Okay, so let me write that. So I have entered the comment, sorry. And the good thing is that you can get your spell checker to check some of these things for you. The only thing it's not going to check is the grammar. That's one thing. Okay, the other good thing about the comments is that whatever other comments you've entered, EduPage is going to show you all of them and change the name for that candidate that you're entering for. So for example, all the other comments that I've written, it's already adding Zara's name to this. So if you want to use a previous comment, like for example, this one, Zara enjoys working on the computer, but revision is not up to date, or Zara has to work on her speaking skills, Zara is a hardworking girl, she has trouble understanding. So, I mean, you could use any of these and it will be happy to replace the name Zara for you. So you can do that if you want to. Anyways, for this one, I'm just clicking Save Changes. And we're going to go back to documentation, pedagogical documentation. let's see if this particular, clicking on printouts, we're going to see if this particular comment appears on Zara's report card. So once again, I choose the class grade 10, I choose generate PDF versions, and I click on end of term report. Print preview, it takes a little while to generate. So I've seen that the more the subjects you have, the more time it takes. So we're scrolling down now to Zara's report card. Okay. Oh, there we go. So here we have Zara's report. Zara joined school later than Trimark. Okay, so this particular comment is appearing now. So I think this looks fine. So anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'm hopefully going to do another one for the people who want to try this on a smartphone, and hopefully I'll share another video. Goodbye.